Ay. Otra vez. Come here. Let me tell you something. I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, those precious memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. I remember Tampa, and she remembers me. Yeah. She remembers me.
Welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Stay tuned now for the fastest 60 minutes in cable broadcast history. Live from the studios at TBCN, the home of the Tampa Native Show. Join your hosts, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella, as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella.
She remembers me.
Hi, Tampa Native Show fans. Welcome back to this, your Thursday night edition. Man, Christmas is right around the corner.
Can't believe it.
It's
I know.
making ground.
Yeah, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And I'm telling you right now, you can tell by the traffic in the neighborhood. What's going on, Stevie?
It's crazy.
Well, you know, Tampa's just getting bigger and bigger. You know,
And I don't know if that's a good thing.
I'm not sure.
I don't like.
You know, our
I
guest
don't
tonight
like
can
it.
probably tell us a thing or two about when Tampa was quite a bit smaller. Hey, let me go through the introductions again. For those of you that may be tuning in for the first time, on my far left there, that's Steve Canella, a.k.a. Tampa Steve, and this is Sally Nunez, our very own 15-Minute Girl. Hello, darling. Say hello.
Hello, darling. Hello, darling.
And I'm Mario Nunez, and welcome again, one and all, to our humble little show. We do this every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And what do we talk about here, Steve?
We talk about growing up in Tampa, all kind of things Tampa related. In fact, we've been doing this for almost over 4 years now, going into our fifth year.
Going into our
It's
fifth
incredible.
year.
That's scary.
And starting January, I think it's January the 4th, I'll double check that,
Right.
maybe the 5th, in the new season, our 16th season.
That's right, season 16.
Unbelievable. Almost 200 shows in the can, as they say, and we're just getting started. You know, we met Helen this week, Helen Cabrera, who's going to be joining us in just a couple of minutes. We realized we have got to hurry up because
Yes, there's
we've
lots
got
of them.
stories out there that
Yeah.
we need to get a hold of. And then as it turns out, we'll talk to you a little bit more about this in depth in a few minutes. Helen's daughter, Miss Lucille.
Yeah, that was exciting. when we
Wonderful
heard that.
meeting her as well. And Helen will tell you a little bit later on that that's her right arm. She's been working
Yeah.
with her in the shop now for a good little while and kind of helping her do everything she needs to do. Married to a fellow that, well, many Tampa natives might remember the name Billy Turner. You see what I mean? One big family. That's what
One
we are here
giant
in Tampa.
family.
He was coach when I was at Hillsborough.
We can't
I
wait.
remember.
We can't wait. We're going to bring him on the show. Listen, 2015 is going to be a spectacular year. It's already lining up that way. I'm going to see if we can't possibly bring in Coach Frank Permui.
That'd be great.
Possibly, maybe with one of his high school athletes, high school baseball players, who was just recently named manager of the Tampa Bay Rays,
Oh,
Kevin
really?
Cash.
Really?
So
Oh, wow.
there's so
That'd be
many
great.
things happening. We're getting calls from folks that want to be on the show because they've got things to share with us. So stay tuned. 2015 is shaping up to be a great year.
Lots of fun
ahead.
shows,
Lots
yeah.
of fun shows. Stevie, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with our website because, again, for those that are just joining us for the first time, that website's real important.
Well, we've always had the videos uploaded on the website, but there's always been a problem with people accessing the shows, whether they had an Apple computer or a Mac or an iPhone, or even some people who had Windows, but maybe different versions of browsers, they still could not access. So we found a solution to the problem, and the solution is YouTube, of all
There
things.
it is.
YouTube. So it's a major project that I'm doing right now. It's basically uploading all the shows to YouTube out of about, you said almost 200 shows. Really,
Yep.
I think it's about, 185 roughly in that
Amazing.
area.
They're going quickly, though. I see them on.
We're doing
I
it
get the
quickly.
messages for them. They're coming
Almost
up
halfway
quick.
done. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
probably about maybe 70 done already,
Yeah.
75. And so now anyone, anywhere can watch the shows with no problems whatsoever. So this will be a
great.
major
Quite literally
Yeah.
anyone, anywhere. The other day at the beach,
we were at the beach and I had my iPhone out.
Oh, yeah?
And I was able to access the shows from there and the promos from there. So that was a challenge
That's
that
great.
an obstacle we had to overcome. And for a lot of our folks
That's
that were
right.
out of town, they were frustrated because they couldn't see the show and they wanted to watch the replay. Last week's show
Right.
with Richard Gunsmart was an amazing show. 3 weeks ago, we had Jim Robacani on here. And, if you're out of town and you missed the show or you had to be working, you want to watch the replay, it was tough.
Well,
Not anymore.
There was compatibility issues with it, but so now that'll alleviate the problem, and it'll be great.
Thank goodness for
Yep.
YouTube, huh? And the
Definitely.
service is free, right, Stevie?
I like the price.
Yeah, we all like that price. So we just want to remind you also, next week will be our last show of this season.
That's right. Wow.
And of this year, because as it just so happens that 2014, the last 2 weeks, Christmas Day and New Year's Day fall on a Thursday. And we do our show on a Thursday. So the studio's closed on those days. So we will plug in shows, highlights probably, some of our better shows
Funny
from
ones. Let's put
seasons
some funny
past.
ones out there.
Yeah, we've done things. We've dressed up before. If you've watched our Halloween shows and our Thanksgiving shows, we dress up. We don't mind singing on live TV, which we've
Sometimes.
done before,
We've done
a
that
cappella,
before.
which is always challenging. And we've had some wonderful guests as well.
Right.
So we're going to do that. So next Thursday, Christmas Day, after you've finished eating your lechon asado, which most people eat that, right, Steve?
Most of them.
Well,
Go ahead, darling. Go
Not all
ahead.
of
That was for you.
not everyone.
Not everybody, right? Our South Tampa friends, they don't necessarily
We
eat
usually
that.
had just ham.
Whatever,
It's still the pig, though.
Black beans and rice, whatever you eat traditionally for your Noche Buena dinner.
Lasagna.
Christmas Day dinner, forgive me, Christmas Day. You can, 7 o'clock, expect to be in front of your TV and watch our show as well. And on New Year's Day, if you get tired of watching football, my goodness,
I'm already tired of watching football.
Right?
That's just me.
Especially if it involves the Bucks, man. They're just awful.
Poor things.
No,
Maybe
poor
they'll
things
get it-
nothing. They're just awful.
Maybe they'll get
I mean-
it figured out one decade.
Okay, all right. Stevie, anything else we got at the top of the show?
No, I think we're.
We've got a lot of pictures to show you. Helen's got stories to share, and we want
Great
to let you
stories.
know up front that we're going to be taking your phone calls in just a minute. But let me say this. Mr. Enriquez, if you're out there watching, and we know you are, Bill Enriquez, Bill,
We need your help, Bill.
we need your help desperately. Because we met you yesterday at the shop, and I had promised that I was going to call you and put you in the queue so that you would be first to call us tonight. And I promptly left your phone number at the shop.
Yep.
So, Bill, please call us, and here's the number. Becky, flash that number on the screen. The number is 813-977-6800. That's for you, Bill, not for anybody else.
Right.
Everybody else wait 5 minutes. There's a special reason why we want Mr. Enriquez to call us first. Bill, make your way to the phone. We'll give you a minute, and give us a call. And we'll put you in first to talk to Helen as soon as that call comes through. In the meantime, Steve has put together a little video, as he does so often
montage.
for us here on the show. We've compiled all of the photographs that
Lots
we're
of
going to
really
go
good
through it a little
pictures.
bit in a video montage. And we'd like to show that to you now, kind of get you ready. This is a little bit of Helen's life in the early years. Takes you through the midlife when the shop was booming and doing a great
yeah.
business. And then some recent pictures that Sally and I took just yesterday. Actually, Sally took.
Yes, I did.
So enjoy that. When we come back, Ms. Cabrera will be joining us in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is a privilege and it's our honor to welcome to the set, our humble set here at Tampa Bay Community Network, the Tampa Native Show, Miss Helen Cabrera. Helen.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so
Welcome
much
to our
for being
show.
here.
Thank you for coming. They're asking me to come.
Of course, and thank you for coming, and Tricia for bringing you. And as we talked about earlier, the traffic is crazy, no?
Yes, very.
What has happened to our small town, Helen?
Well, it's getting too large.
It is.
You agree with that?
Oh, yes.
We do too.
We all agree.
We all
This
feel
is a
that.
far cry from the early days when, you know, you could walk up and down Armenia or Main Street in West Tampa and, you know, traffic. What was traffic? You didn't even have trolley cars. You had to watch out for the trolley cars maybe, huh?
Trolley cars, yes. That's what we used to ride all the time.
Sure.
I bet
To
that
go
was
downtown.
fun. I think I would have enjoyed that.
Me
The
too.
trolley
Me
cars.
too.
I know that there are so many people that are out there watching us tonight that are waiting to call in to share some of their stories and hopefully to call in and extend well wishes, which, you know, if you want to win tonight, our Bolita drawing, and I'm going to say it right up at the top, you've got to call in tonight. We're not going to be taking your emails to offer the Bolita number. Why? Because Helen has graciously offered to donate one of those amazing dresses that you saw in the video
Yes,
earlier.
that's awesome.
So if you would like to get in on that, you know, New Year's is coming up. You gotta
Or
call.
whatever. They're beautiful
Or
dresses.
whenever, if
all
you
of
just
them.
want to get dressed
Yeah.
and walk around your living room, that's your business, okay? But you've got to call in to win.
Yeah.
So get ready to do that, and we'll give you the number again in just a couple of minutes. We want to call up because a gentleman that we asked to call into the show has graciously done so.
He heard our plea.
He did hear our call out. You know, the bat signal, and he answered the call. It's photo number 32, Becky, if you want to bring that up. And the reason I'm going to, right at the top of the show, yesterday, we met this nice man who came in specifically to wish you well. Helen, you want to tell a little bit about the story behind this man?
There he is.
Well, I've known him for years because he was my husband's neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And I met when we went to school.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the first guy I danced with in a dance floor at the Centro Español in West Tampa.
Amazing.
And so we've been friends for years.
Wow.
So he came to see me yesterday because we're closing and he wanted to see me again. But he and his wife are still dancing.
Oh, really?
And he's 96 years old.
Wow.
Yes, he looks
96
so
years
good for
young, and that's
96.
what we
I
wanted to
was
let
shocked.
everybody know.
I
He
really
looks
was.
great.
Yeah.
He's waiting on our line 4, so we're going to go to him now, and we're going to say just like this. Caller, you're on the air with the Tampa Native Show. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, and be sure you talk to us here on the phone rather than wait for that gentleman that's on the TV screen, because he's about 7 seconds
He's
behind
late.
my voice.
Tell me when I'm ready.
Ready to
You're
go.
ready.
Go now.
This is Bill Enriquez calling to speak to Helen Cabrera.
Helen Cabrera. Mr. Enriquez, thank you for calling. Helen, there he is.
Bill, how are you doing?
Okay, and how about you?
I'm doing fine.
It was so nice to see you yesterday.
Well, I haven't seen you.
Years of not seeing you.
I know it.
And we recall the days way back when the first time I had danced with you at the Centro Español. I chose to ask you to dance because you were the prettiest girl at the hall. I enjoyed that dance. We danced 2 or 3 times, and I never forgot it.
Neither did I, Bill.
Wish you the best for the rest of your life, and congratulations for being a businesswoman for all these years, and may God bless you.
Thank you, Bill. And nice talking to you and seeing you yesterday.
Bill picked the right day to come to the store, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and so did we.
Yeah.
Bill, before we let you go, give us your lucky number between 1 and 75. We're going to do a little drawing at the end of the show.
65.
65 it is.
What a privilege it was meeting you yesterday. And
It was.
listen, you are an inspiration to this 56-year-old because at 96, Papa, you look really, really, really good, and we appreciate it. And let me ask you a question. Is this your first time? I know the answer. Is this your
course it
first
is.
time calling the Tampa Native Show?
Yes, it is.
That's for you, and that's what we do for all first-time callers. Listen, we're here every Thursday So look in on us, Bill, and don't hesitate to call.
Yes.
I'll be watching you.
Thank you so
We'll
much.
be waiting for you.
Cuídate,
Take care,
Bill. Thank
Bill.
you so much. Happy holidays.
Same to you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye now.
Bye.
You know, I love that call.
Wow, there it is. You can't see him, but I got goosebumps.
I know.
I love the little story that
that's
goes
very
with it.
heartwarming.
Yeah,
too.
that's what we do here at the
Precious.
Tampa Native Show,
Yeah.
Helen. Just in case you have an idea of what it is that we do here. What are we doing every Thursday? We're connecting these wonderful stories.
Preserving the
Right.
memory.
That's a Tampa Native 96 years young talking to a Tampa Native 91 years young. You can't put a price on that,
No,
boys.
no, not at all.
Can't
Yeah.
put a price on that. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and
That's
open up
amazing.
the phone lines, 813-977-6800. Thank you for allowing Mr. Enriquez to get his call in first. If you'd like to call now. Becky, you want to just run through those pictures? Let's take them from the top, and let's get Helen to do a little comentario, which is Spanish for comentario. Yeah, start in order. Start where the story starts, I guess you would say. Helen is a young girl. Or the shop.
Now, a lot of people remember this
Now listen,
shop.
can I just
Here's
throw,
the- yeah,
Helen,
this
can
is
I?
crazy.
I want to say this.
landmark.
I want to say this to all of our viewers out there. And Helen, most people that watch the show regularly know that Sally and I are married, of
Yes.
course, and that we've been married for a good long while.
Yes.
And that we met
At Martin's Uniforms.
at Martin's Uniforms, which back in the 70s was located directly across the street from your
Right,
shop.
right.
So yesterday, this host of the Tampa Native Show
And his wife.
and Escándalo, driving back and forth going, I can't find this place. Where is
Where
the
is
shop?
it?
Where is the shop?
Yeah.
And then when I called you and you said, no, we're north of Buffalo, Martin Luther King, we're north of...
Yeah.
Do you know where the skating rink is? She tells me.
Yes.
So yeah, next
Regal
to Martin's
Lanes.
Uniforms, of course. Well, I'm right across the street. When I found this shop yesterday,
It was hilarious.
Can't believe it.
And the building is so distinctive.
Well, the building
to
is
begin
distinct.
With.
How
I
long has
knew
it been
what
blue
the
like
building
that?
looked like.
Well,
I'm trying to think.
How long has it
where
been?
was it?
It was Wedgwood blue.
Yes.
And then about 4 years ago, I told my daughter, I'm going to paint this building darker.
And you did it yourself.
No, I had
I was
somebody
thinking
do
because
it.
you said I was going to paint this building.
Right, but I
can
was-
see you with a paintbrush.
We
Helen.
went to the paint shop that's 2 or 3 blocks down from us.
Okay.
Yes.
And we bought the paint, and this painter painted the building.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
No, it's very
pretty.
distinct.
It's very
Yeah.
pretty.
Very, very, very
distinctive.
distinct.
Yeah.
Very, very distinct. Well, let's bring up the next picture back, and we'll. I just love this picture.
It is.
Can you tell us a
That's
little bit
great.
about this?
It's a good one.
Well, that was when my daughter was about 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And we took this picture. Yeah, it's a beautiful picture of all 3 of us.
6 years old. I'm just trying to. I'm thinking. Was this in the decade of the 40s, maybe late 40s? Would you say, Helen? I'm just
Well,
guessing.
my
I don't
daughter
know.
was born in 39.
Okay, so say yeah, it would have been middle 40s.
Yes.
Middle 40s. Okay, very
Right.
good, very good. Because Tampa was so small and so wonderful back then. Everybody knew everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to necessarily even lock your doors if you didn't want to. I mean, now I don't remember living in a time when we didn't have to lock our doors, but
Right.
Oh,
but
no.
back then maybe you
But back
didn't.
then-
huh?
No. Everything was safe.
Yes. It
Did
was
you
a
have
wonderful
chickens in the
time.
front yard?
No, we had them in the backyard.
That's great. I didn't expect that answer, but that was a wonderful answer. That last picture that was really, really cute too. It was,
Yeah, I love that dress.
Yes,
Great.
Yeah,
yes.
that
Was that
dress,
smocking
I
on the
made
top
that.
of the
I
dress?
made that dress.
Yes, I remember you told me
yeah,
yesterday. It's just
yes.
so pretty. It
And
looks
that-
like smocking on the
beautiful.
front, is it?
Well, it was a Vogue pattern.
Oh, okay.
I used to use Vogue patterns, and it was a real beautiful dress.
I like the
yes.
hat too.
Vogue, Simplicity, and what was the
McCall's.
other- and McCall.
McCall, but I like Vogue.
Vogue. Yeah, not that I ever sewed. I didn't sew, but my abuela sewed.
No, I didn't
And I remember
sew
going to buy the
either. Yeah.
patterns with her.
Yeah.
And that was it. We discussed it yesterday. That was at not Lowry Park, but
McFarland
Park.
Park.
And it must have been an Easter because
Easter,
somebody had an
Easter.
Easter bonnet
Yeah.
on there. Had
Right,
a little
Easter,
hat.
Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
It was an
Yeah.
Easter Sunday.
And there's the
yes.
Easter basket.
Yes.
Lucille's got her Easter basket.
Yes.
Tremendo. What a great picture. Okay, this one?
A little older.
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter.
Where
Oh,
were
my
you going
daughter-
here? What were you doing?
That was in my living room on River Shores. I used to live on River Shores Way. That was my first house that we bought. And
Mr. Cabrera's first name?
Mario.
Yeah, Mario, just like me. He looks...
He looks like a movie star.
Yeah, A, a movie
He does.
star, B, a boxer, professional athlete, or C, a gangster, or possibly all
No,
three.
he
No,
But I
he-
mean, I don't mean a gangster like in a bad way. I
He-
mean, like,
he
you
wa-
know,
he was
like a
a-
man that commanded respect. That's
he
what I'm
was
saying.
a star basketball player for Plant High School.
And there it is. You see, I said
Yeah,
an
you're right
athlete.
with the athlete.
You know, you can see he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
he had a wonderful. You know, he carried himself. You can see it in the picture
Yeah.
there.
Handsome.
How about this one here? Bayshore,
Oh,
maybe?
Yeah.
That looks
no,
like
no,
the
no.
Bayshore.
That was in Clearwater.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Clearwater.
Clearwater.
We don't recognize any part of
We
Clearwater.
had
that's
we
there.
had a friend that had gotten married, and we went to Clearwater, and then they were on their honeymoon.
Uh-huh.
And in those days, we had a car, but they didn't have a car, so we had to go pick them up.
How long did that take? Oh my goodness.
Oh God! Well, we had to cross
The causeway was there already?
Yes.
The Courtney Campbell Causeway was
yeah,
there
sure,
already, okay.
sure. In fact, when they built the causeway, we were one of the first cars that went across.
Oh,
My
how
bro-
cool.
My brother,
That's
my
really
brother
special.
Charles Mendez.
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, he was the one that drove the car, and we went all across the bridge.
But there was no traffic, so it's
No,
No,
traffic.
no,
You
no.
had to watch out because every once in a while a little cow would go.
No traffic at all. No traffic at
That's
all.
wonderful.
that's-
But it took a little while, so you had
And
to pack a lunch.
we had a junky car.
But you had a car.
Yeah, we
And the
had-
honeymooners didn't have a car.
No. When we went to pick up, this was when we crossed the causeway the first time, when they built it.
Oh, okay.
But when we went, no, we had a nice
You
car.
had a nice car by
yeah,
then.
Yeah,
Okay,
by then we had a nice car.
How much fun. How much fun.
Yeah.
Let's take our caller because they've been
Special
holding
time in
online for
Tampa.
just a minute. We do have a line open if you'd like to get in on the conversation with Miss Helen. 813-977-6800. Operators are standing by.
What's the
See
call?
who's on the line. Caller, you're on the air with the Tampa Native Show. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mario, Sally, Helen, Steve. This is Lynn and John Dingfelder.
Hi, the Dingfelders are
guys.
calling in. This is Lynn and John. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
hello.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling us. We appreciate it. And let me say right up at the top, thank you so much for having Helen on your show. Had it not been for that, well, I wouldn't have thought to have her on the show. Just serendipitous stuff that happens on the show.
Well, thank you for listening to Talk Back Florida.
Of course.
Great minds think alike. But you know, if it's all right, Mario, I just want to take a second to say to Helen, thank you so much for all the beauty, all you've done for our community. You are so special, and I'm so sad to see the store close. It's a magical place when you walk in there.
It
and
is.
You're just a wonderful person, and we're very blessed to have you. So thank you for all you've given us, Helen.
And thank you very much for calling me and wishing me a happy retirement. And I enjoy being on your radio. And I enjoyed talking to your husband the other day.
Hey, Helen.
There's John. Everybody enjoys talking to John.
It's a big party over here.
I'm watching and we're enjoying the show, and I enjoy the pictures. The pictures are amazing.
Weren't they great?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get
They're
back
amazing.
to him. We're going to get back to him right quick. And it is, it's a bittersweet kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Because it's sort of the end of an era. And for us, Tampeños, Tampa natives, that's been there for 50 plus years. And
Right.
Helen's been a part of our history and our community.
landmark,
and,
yeah.
To not have it there is kind of sad.
Well, and you know what else, Mario? Think of all the occasions, all the people she made look beautiful. We're going to the Emmys this weekend, and I got a dress at Helen's. I'm going to feel like a movie star because she helped make me look good,
Yeah.
How many people over the years has she helped make look beautiful?
That's a good point.
Yes.
Starting with Helen.
Good question.
Starting with
That's
Helen,
a good
because
point.
Helen looked
Yeah.
beautiful in her early years as well as she does today. But starting there.
They're like movie stars. You're right.
Yes.
when
She
you
does.
said that.
Yeah.
Well, we're enjoying the show. Thank you so much for all you guys do. And Helen, you're just wonderful. We love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
And listen, give
She's
us your
a
lucky
treasure.
number because you could win another dress.
That's right.
That's right.
1 to
We're
75.
giving one away.
Sure. Go ahead, Johnny.
30.
30 it is.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Lynn. We
you.
appreciate it. You've been on the show before, Lynn, and you've called the show as well.
Yes.
But your call was so tremendous. That's for you, darling. Thank you so much for the work you do as well. And we're going to see you on the 29th, I believe it is. We've
I
got
think it's the 27th.
or 27th. We've got an appointment to be on the show that Saturday afternoon.
Okay. You bet, baby. Okay. Thank you.
See you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
See?
She's so sweet.
Yep.
She is very
And-
sweet.
She is the sweetest person.
And she's I hope, man, I got fingers crossed because I think that JFK, that documentary JFK,
Oh, my gosh.
that was
Yeah.
filmed right here, that you know, she
Yeah.
poured her heart and soul into. I think it's
When's
going to
the
do well.
Emmy?
I just
Yeah.
have a feeling the 50th anniversary. It's bring home the Emmy, bring home the Emmy, Lynn.
You know-
'Cause we'll
you
have
know-
you on the show. We'll put the Emmy right here.
Lynn had a great point too. It's not only so many people that she made look good, but how many people did she make feel
Feel
good
good.
too
Oh,
over
sure,
the years?
yeah.
So I mean, just added just joy to their lives.
Yeah.
too.
Sure.
Well, it was a pleasure.
I bet,
It was a
I bet.
pleasure. Yeah. It's still a pleasure. I'm still having fun with these people that are coming in and getting things for practically nothing.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
That's
hey, there's the business owner. That's a nice pitch right there, Helen.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Prices reduced, price to sell. These wonderful, beautiful
Yes, they are. So
Spectacular
many beautiful
gowns.
dresses.
Especially prom gowns.
Yeah.
prom
Yes,
gowns.
yeah.
And we know that the proms are starting sooner and earlier than ever before.
And this year's prom dress is at 70% off.
Wow.
What a deal.
70% off. Now, the nice thing we need to let everybody know is that we've extended the closing date a little bit longer,
right,
right? So tell
right.
them the date. Look right into that camera right there, Helen. Tell them what
It's-
date it is.
It's going to be on the 20th of this month.
Okay.
20th. So you
So,
still have time.
get over there.
But I wouldn't wait too long because,
No.
the best selections are available right now. So come on in and pick out a dress and wish Helen well. I think that would be something
There's
nice.
also a few little girl dresses in there too that I saw.
We have flower girl dresses and
Yeah.
bridesmaid dresses.
Really pretty.
And bridal gowns.
Yeah.
Bridal gowns have been going fast.
I
yes.
bet.
And
Yeah.
you've been sewing for a little while now, haven't you?
Well, I used to. but-
When you started, how did you get going with that? What was the inspiration behind you sewing?
Well, I did sew a lot.
Did your mother
When you were
sew?
young.
When I was young, yes. I made a lot of my clothes and my daughter's clothes and my granddaughter's costumes and things like that.
And you enjoyed that.
Yes, yeah,
See?
I enjoyed it.
So
yeah.
you've been in fashion, you've been in beauty and fashion for
And I did all the
Almost your whole life.
I did all the fittings for all the years that I was in business.
you did them yourself.
Right, except in the past 4 or 5 years, my hands, I can't pick up pins like I used to. So I taught my daughter how to fit, and my daughter is a good fitter.
Nice.
Yes,
Did you have
right.
one of those little things that my abuela, everybody's abuela used to have, or moms,
No.
that wore, for the pins? Did you know how
on
that?
your wrist.
No, I didn't have one of those. I had a little box and I had the pins.
Okay, because I know she used to have. My grandmother used to have.
Yes.
My abuela used to have one of those, and it looked like a tomato.
Right.
I remember
My
those two.
grandmother
Those
had
were
one too.
classic,
Yeah.
right?
Right, and they
they
had a little bracelet.
And the
Right.
bracelet they would wear.
Yes,
The things we remember, Helen.
yeah.
Did you ever do any of the Miss Tampa pageants?
Yes.
You did?
Yes. In fact, she ran for, my granddaughter ran for Miss Tampa.
Really?
Oh yes. Which
Wow.
one? Which one? The one that's here today?
Yes.
Maybe we could just show her a minute on
Yeah.
camera and just let everybody see her. No, I wouldn't put her on the spot like that. Maybe we will though.
Any celebrities come into your shop?
Over the years.
Oh,
Local
yes.
celebrities?
I used to fit a lot of girls running for Miss Tampa
Right.
and Miss Universe.
Yes.
And
Latin American Fiesta, maybe a little bit.
What's
of
the
that?
name of that girl that came out Miss America one year from Tampa? Her name was Cabrera.
Was it?
Really?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
remember
Stevie, you
that
got the
one.
Google machine there. Google that up.
What's the name?
Cabrera, Miss
Cabrera,
Universe
last
Tampa.
name.
Universe. Let me take a
She
look.
Miss
was-
Universe
she-
Tampa Cabrera. See what you come up with.
She was, her name was, oh yeah.
We're going to get it. Stevie's on it.
I can't
Stevie's going to
remember.
have the answer in just a minute.
I can't remember her first name.
Let's take this
I
call.
think she was Miss America.
Miss America.
Oh,
So
okay.
Miss America Tampa Cabrera. See what.
I think it's maybe Gianna
Gianna.
Cabrera.
Gianna Cabrera.
Maybe, I can't remember her first name at all.
What
Yeah, it
year
looks like
was it?
2005
Oh,
Miss Universe.
recently.
So relatively recent.
Nice.
2005.
Well, we have a picture of
Who was
Miss
she
Helen
from,
with a
Tampa?
with a famous celebrity coming up here in just a couple of minutes.
Natalie Glebova in Miss Universe. No, that's not. It's someone else. But no, it was Gianna. It looks like
Gianna Cabrera.
Yeah.
Let's go to our caller on line 5, and then we'll go through a couple more pictures because we know Lynn and John want to see those pictures. And
Oh,
we do too.
definitely.
Hey, caller, you're on the air with the Tampa Native Show. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, this is Big Mike from Orlando. Are you?
Hey, Big Mike from
Hey.
Orlando.
Big Mike.
Yeah, man, near to my heart, baby. The
Yeah.
show always. You guys look terrific.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for saying
Thank
so.
you.
And what a class act of a woman you got on there.
Absolutely.
Well
Mrs.
said.
Cabrera, it's great to see you look amazing and sharp as ever. And my tia,
worked for you for years. Her name was Celia Peterson.
Oh my, yeah,
Remember
sure.
Celia?
Yeah, sure. She was a
Yeah.
sales lady and she
My-
was a seamstress.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, Celia. She worked for me for a few years.
How small is Tampa,
You're
Big
so
Mike?
connected, Big Mike.
Huh? How far back do our roots go? I hope we didn't lose him. Did we
Sounds
lose
like
him?
we did.
What now?
Oh,
he's
no,
still
there
there.
you are.
How small is Tampa? How far do our roots go back? We're all connected. Your Thea worked for Helen.
You know, yes, my Thea did. She
Amazing.
Actually, my Thea, I don't know if you know Miss Cabrera. She always spoke of you. And being a young kid, I used to go to Rollerina over there. I was on a speed skating team. So, but I stayed a lot with them, and my father's sister was one of them. And Celia was actually, and her sister America, my other aunt, were dancers, and they danced all over Spain and
Oh man.
and Mexico and everything. Very famous back there. My Thea America, but Celia was one of my favorites. She was really something else. She always spoke of you.
Oh.
Yeah, she was. We loved her at the store. Yes.
Designing
Yes.
and everything else in Tampa, the high society and everything else. You get a class act all the way.
There you go.
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Thank
That's
you for
great.
calling.
Thank you, Mike, for sharing that
Yes.
with us. We really appreciate that. And, you know, we wouldn't have known that unless you called in
That's
to
right.
share
That's
that
right.
with us. And I'm going to say, be the first one to say it here before 2015 gets here. Steve, you better move over, man, because I think his Mr. Tampa Steve, the moniker is in jeopardy.
I know.
Bro, because
Big
we
Mike
thought
is
his roots
deeply
went deep.
connected. Yeah.
Partner, your tentacles are a little bit further.
Who does
and
he not know?
That's what I'm
Really?
saying. No, who's he not related to in a big way? You know what I mean?
It's amazing. I amazed myself, honestly, because there's so many different connections. But, you know, we all have these, you know, in Tampa.
Tampa's very small.
Yeah.
It surprised me tonight when I turned on, because I've been kind of like missing catch and tail end of it. But to see Mrs. Cabrera there and knew that she was a guest, I was like, oh my God. So I wanted to call all my primos everywhere.
Good.
You know, yeah. And, you know, now that you guys are on YouTube, I'm going to send mass text out for everybody so they
Great.
can watch the show to see Mrs. Cabrera.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
That's wonderful. Thanks for doing that,
pretty
Mike. Give us
cool.
your lucky number between 1 and 75.
Well, I got to do 23, brother.
23.
23 it is.
Okay.
Thank you again,
Thank
Big
you for
Mike.
calling.
We appreciate it.
Note you went coming up, Mrs. Cabrera. You think you can make a big dress for me? Maybe. I don't know.
There's a really pretty pink
No,
one in
but
there.
I do some cooking
That's
on
gonna
that
cost a lot
day.
of money.
on
That's a
that
lot of
You might win tonight. The blue
But,
number.
She says she can't fit you for the big dress, but she does some cooking, so you're welcome to come by and have some Noche Buena dinner.
I can eat while I try my dress on. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And send us a picture.
We love you, Big Mike. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, Mike.
And Miss Cabrera, you look terrific. You're an icon
She
in
does.
Tampa, and so many young girls, Latin America, everything else festival that wore your dresses, and your name is goes beyond. So terrific, great guests. I love you guys to death, and hope to see you soon.
Thanks,
Thank
Mike.
you.
We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye now.
And tonight's show will be on YouTube, by
Very
the way.
nice.
Very nice. Very nice. And only the best for our fans. I mean,
That's right.
you see? You little did you know that we were going to have Miss Cabrera. Thank you again, Lynn, for
Great.
Little did we know that Big Mike would be connected to her
I
as
mean,
well.
Who's he not connected to?
I don't know.
Wow. Keep the calls coming, 813-977-6800. We do have a line open, and we've got to get through some pictures, which we will.
Yeah.
But first, let me go ahead and take this caller here. Let's see who's on the air. With the Tampa Native Show, you're on the air live. Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Carmen Nunez, and I'm calling from South Tampa.
Carmen, this isn't your first time calling the show, is it?
No, it's the second or third time.
Okay, all right. The name sounds
Well,
familiar
anyway.
to me. I think it's my mom. The name sounds familiar to me. So here's Helen Cabrera. What say you?
Hi, Helen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm calling regarding the name that you were wondering about.
Oh, the
Cabrera.
Miss Tampa?
Yeah, Miss Tampa, the Miss Tampa name. Did you have that?
Or Miss America? Which one was
It was
it?
a Miss Florida
Oh, Miss
in the
Florida.
Miss America contest.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
She was named Miss. She won the Miss Florida contest.
Cool.
Excellent. Do you remember her name by chance?
Chloe Cabrera.
Chloe.
Chloe Cabrera.
Oh, that's
Chloe.
right.
Okay, you get a bell ring for coming up with Chloe Cabrera.
My
Very
Beluha,
nice.
my Beluha just sent that in too.
Ah,
Chloe
okay.
Cabrera.
Mike
Chloe-
Beluha's on the
Chloe.
case as well.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you, Carmen.
And
She was
later had
beautiful.
a column in the Tampa Tribune.
Yes.
Right, that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Wonderful, and I can say this
Her
now.
aunt was my next door neighbor at 4112.
Really?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When?
Lived there for about 3-4 years.
Okay. Well, here's a spoiler alert. Now that you mentioned the Tampa Tribune in the same sentence with Miss Cabrera, just today, Paul Guzzo, who is doing a lot of good work in preserving some of the, the stories that have so much to do with our history, had just today interviewed Miss Cabrera. That article is set to run on Saturday, so everybody can be on the lookout for that. It'll also be on tbo.com as well. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to have been able to say hello to Helen, and enjoy your retirement.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm enjoying mine.
Thanks for calling, Mom. We appreciate it.
What's your number?
Give us your lucky number. You could win one of those ball
That's
gowns,
right.
like if Dad's going to take you out somewhere.
You could go dancing again. What's your
what's the
Belina number?
66.
All right. Thanks so much, Mom. I mean, Carmen Nunez.
Love you.
Thanks for calling. Love you too. Bye-bye.
Thanks for clarifying
Oh,
that.
she almost hit it.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great?
That's
wow.
great.
So we've got 2 lines open now. Beck, let's go ahead and run through those pictures and pick up where we left off, and Helen can talk a little bit more about those. And we've got 2 lines open. This picture is fascinating to me. Leave that up there in full screen.
Look at that.
As Helen tells us more about that.
This was in Cuba. It was the Latin Fiesta that went to Cuba, and we all went. And my daughter's in there somewhere, and my husband sitting next to me. We had it was in a nightclub. It was called the Capri. Capri. And those were the soldiers that all around us.
Those were the soldiers. Those were Fidel's soldiers. So this was, during the
Right,
height of
when
that
you-
time
well,
when
exactly.
things were still just changing over.
So
and,
they were just there as guards?
They
or
were
what
just
were they
making
doing?
sure that everything went well.
Right.
They were there actually to make sure that Helen was protected.
Just overseeing.
Was that what it was, Helen?
I don't think
Not so much? Okay.
I don't think
We're just
so.
checking because
Made for an
and your
interesting
daughter, I
picture.
just want to point out to those that are watching at home, the young lady that's facing the camera. You see the lady with the black sleeveless dress
Yes,
on,
she's right
with
in
her
front of
back to you. The young lady that's directly in front of her, or atop her head there, that's facing the camera. That's Lucille.
Yes.
And I'm assuming the people that are just to her, behind her, that would be you and Mario, perhaps, or were you across from her in this
we
photo?
were on this side. See that head sticking out back there about the 5th? That's Mario.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you're
that's
back there as well.
I'm
Well, I
back.
just thought this was fascinating because you see those guys back there, they're in their military green
Yeah.
fatigues. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's an unusual photograph.
it is an
that's
unusual
All bunched
photograph.
together there too.
Yeah.
But that was a Tampa contingent from the Latin American Fiesta that went
Right.
to,
Cuba.
thank you, Becky, for doing that for us. Next photograph. I love this one. Sally
The
does too.
Gasparilla
this.
Parade.
And this is so traditional. Tell us
When
about
it was
this, Helen.
special.
Well, this is we put an ad in that show. They wanted people to put money in, and so I put that ad. I gave them I don't remember what they charged, but that's all it was because we didn't have a float. It was
just a banner.
just the
Were those your girls that you knew that were?
No, that's not my daughter. My
Okay.
granddaughters, no.
What year would you think this would have been, Helen? Just kind of if you had to guess.
When it first started, when the children's parade first
Oh,
started.
that might have been in the, well, it's black and white, but I think
Yeah.
the Children's Parade was in the 70s, no? In the early
First
70s? Yeah, please do. I love that picture too. This screams old Tampa. It screams either Ybor City, but in this case, West Tampa. Where was that?
That's my old house on 2105 St. John.
Look at that. She
I like
remembers
those.
the. Well, you always was good with numbers.
Those
You sound
posts
good
with
with
those
numbers.
great big
Yeah.
planners on them. They're so cool.
Yes, that's
And this group of
I
people
like
here,
this
that's
one
your family.
yes.
Talk to us about these nice folks. Who are they?
That's my. Let me see. I can't see too well
I
from
know
here.
it's a little far. It's a little far away.
Right,
And the picture here in
There's
front of you is
right
even
up
smaller. So
that's my brothers in the back. In the
Okay.
back. And the middle one is my brother Charlie, and the one on the right is my brother Anthony and William, Bill. We call him Bill. That's my father and mother, and that's my sister on the right, and that's me on the left.
I love that. This is also taken here.
That was on my mother's 50th anniversary.
Wow, what a great photograph.
Yeah.
And your maiden name again was
Mendes.
That's right.
Yeah, and that was at the, I think it was at the Tampa Terrace Hotel.
Oh, Tampa Terrace.
Bien chulo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. For nothing.
I know.
Yeah.
Top shelf here, baby.
Yeah.
Okay? I
Yeah.
love it. What a great photograph. And again, those were your parents that came from
Spain.
Spain.
Wow, great photos.
Next picture. Hey, this is 1940-something-ish.
My daughter was about 12 years old there. Yeah.
Well, look at the car in the background. That's what's giving me the idea that and color picture. And where was that taken, Helen?
I think it must have been Clearwater.
Yeah, Clearwater. It looks like that. Or what's the other place? Fort DeSoto Park. Fort DeSoto Park was in play back then, right? Because of the trees. Yeah, the trees kind of give me the idea. Again, did Mario ever take a picture where he wasn't laughing like that? Grinning like that?
No, he was
What
always...
a happy fella.
It must be the name.
It is. I think it is. Great picture. Next photograph. All right, tell us
I
where
like
you
this
were.
one.
This one? I think...
Cypress Gardens.
I was thinking Silver Springs, maybe.
Sunken Gardens.
No, that was in north of Tampa. There's a park there somewhere.
Rowlett Park.
Uh-huh. That one.
Anda.
We used to go there.
What a lucky guess. I'll ring the bell for myself. Rowlett Park.
Yeah.
But again, we have to consider the years that these pictures were taken because back then, the Rowlett Park or the Sulphur Springs area, it was just overrun with, it was, nobody was there. It was overgrown. It was healthy and vibrant. This picture here.
That picture?
That's Helen somewhere relaxing. Oh, tell us about the dog. We learned about him yesterday.
Oh, my...
That was the bulldog, right?
The bulldog?
Wasn't that Lucille's dog or was that yours?
No, the bulldog used to be the... they gave it to us to take care of him because he was the mascot for Hillsborough High School.
Big Red.
That's right.
That's Big Red right there.
Like the
Big Red, yes, Big Red.
What a great picture.
Huh?
Yeah, and
Wow.
that's in my backyard, and that's my patio in my house.
Wow.
Relaxing in the back with Big Red.
I think that's the only picture of Big Red.
A Big Red.
That's the only
Wow,
one
that's
I've
going to
ever
go in the
seen.
archives.
Yeah,
USF is lucky to get that one.
Yes.
Next
We're
photo.
at the 15-minute mark.
15-minute girl got us again.
Yes,
Thank
we
you,
have
15-minute
15
girl.
minutes
I love
left.
that photo. There you go. Say it again, darling, right there. Oh, okay. In and out.
That dress, I made that dress myself.
That's
and,
a beautiful
did.
dress.
and that was a picture for the Tampa Tribune that, what was her name? Betty, she was in charge of all the
Fashion.
cooking and all the
Yeah.
fashions
Oh, yeah.
and everything.
I know who
For
you're
the
talking
Tribune.
about. I can't
for the
think of her last
Tribune.
name.
dress.
I can't remember her last name.
We've got people at home screaming at the TV right
was
now.
out in
'cause they
front of
were-
your
And
store.
they used to take a picture. They used to take a picture every month of, and I used to take a picture.
You have an amazing talent.
Yeah, no, that
Yes.
was wonderful. Look at this.
Look at that one.
And that's in front of the store because that looks like the front of the store. Is that correct?
That's my. I can't see it from here.
Where are
too
you
well.
standing? It looks like. Are you?
It does look like
yeah,
the store.
that's the store,
The
or
front
either
of the
just
store.
inside.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh yes, that's in the
Yeah.
that's the store. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Did your mother sew? Is that where you got your love of sewing? Or
My
you...
mother used to sew, but she used to make simple dresses
Yes.
with a pocket.
Simple times.
Yeah,
Simple times.
but
And
I
you
did.
zipped them up quite a bit.
No, she made these very simple dresses, but she always had to have a pocket
Yes.
because that's where she put her money.
Sure, yeah.
Well, there you go.
I like dresses with pockets myself.
Very functional.
So she taught me how to sew when I was a little girl.
Oh.
Yes, because we had a cow, and we used to make, with the sacks from the feed, we used to open them up, and my mother used to boil them, and we used to iron them after they dried naturally.
Sure.
But we used to press them, and we made curtains, we made sheets for the beds, and I was just a teeny little girl with a Singer sewing machine,
my gosh.
and I used to sit on
Pedal
the
with
edge.
it?
Was it a pedal?
A paddle.
Yes,
And I
yes.
used to sit on the edge, and she used to tell me, you go straight down to the seam and look not to go out. So I did. And I sewed all of that for her.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
terrific.
That is
Helen,
nice.
today people are so proud of themselves because there's a term that everybody's using these days called repurposing. Repurpose. I'm going to repurpose this piece of paper here and make something else out of it. I think you guys were repurposing a long time ago.
Yeah.
You were taking
They
those
probably
feed sacks and
invented
doing, you know what I
it.
mean?
Utilize what
Right.
they
You
had.
couldn't throw anything away. You used everything you had
Well,
available.
you know, I lived through the depression.
Sure.
Not the recession, depression.
29.
The big one.
Yeah.
And my father, we used to have a garden. My father used to have a garden where he planted all his vegetables. We had orange trees, grapefruit trees, lemon trees, And we grew a vine in the back with these great big things, they call them cucuza.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Was that what your
those,
grandfather
yeah.
had?
yeah.
No, that's
And we had chickens. We had our own chickens.
Tell me you had an aguacate tree. Just tell me,
So-
just even if you didn't.
So we never lacked for food
Right.
or anything during the
Yeah.
Depression. We always had everything.
And I bet you shared too with people that didn't have.
Well, everybody around us was the same way.
Yeah, everybody's
okay.
self-sustaining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
self-sustaining.
And the ground was very fertile. Obviously, you know, everything grew. It was
Yeah, it was,
Right,
It was,
during
and-
those times.
Yeah, my father never wanted one penny that didn't belong to him.
Anda.
No,
And that's how it was back then, man.
Yes.
That's how
no,
it
no
was. Look,
charity of any kind.
that's my orange tree. You have your own orange tree. Don't mess with mine. Don't look at my lemon tree either, because that's
No,
So
but,
did
but
you eat the chickens?
remember when they had the Mediterranean fly?
oh, the fruit fly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sure.
they came and took all the fruit from our trees.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have to do
So
that.
they had it back then as well, huh?
Yeah, I guess
Yes.
so.
Oh,
Did
and
you-
and we had a grapevine in the back.
Oh, okay.
It was, and we had
self-sufficient,
pigeons.
And did you eat the chickens or were they just for eggs?
No, no, my mother used to sheep.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I watched
Okay,
my,
Helen,
I
okay.
watched my grandmother do that.
Getting
so,
busy.
Yeah.
She used to wring his neck. And
They really do run around
Yeah.
like a chicken with
Let their
their
head
head
cut
cut
off.
off.
But we did have eggs, we had milk, and my mother made all the cheese, and so I know how to make cheese.
So you guys ate
And
really well.
my father used to
Sure.
make wine,
Yeah.
and so I used to help him mash the grapes
Wow.
and put them in the barrel. And then he used to sample he made good wine. He was from wine country.
Sure.
Okay.
So he made
The
good
grapes
wine.
that grew up at altitude, everybody, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right, yeah.
The,
No.
the best grapes.
Well, he used to buy boxes and boxes of grapes, and my front porch had boxes from the floor to the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And,
so we're just
I'm-
fermenting and doing whatever the grapes do.
No, and he ordered the grapes from California, and that's the grapes that he used to use, the white and the red grapes.
Amazing.
And those white grapes from California were the sweetest grapes I have ever eaten. Yeah.
Tell me real quick, because we didn't cover this before. We've got just a few. I can't believe, Helen, I told you before we went on the air, the show was going to be
Zipped
over.
right by.
We're just getting warmed up. We're just getting started. So, if the occasion presents itself that we can bring you back in the new year, so we can continue
Tell
this
the rest of the
conversation.
story.
Tell the rest of the story.
Sure.
Maybe we'll bring in some of your kids and grandkids, and we'll just make it a family affair.
I
You
have
can all
great
share.
grandkids.
I can only imagine
You
that
have
you
a
do.
very
91
large
years young,
family.
and you started early, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's very possible. Tell everybody where you went to elementary school, junior high, and high school.
I went to A.L. Cuesta.
Mm-hmm.
I went to West Tampa Junior High, and I went to high school, to Hillsborough High School.
That's a West Tampa girl right there.
Yeah.
Born and raised. And you stayed in the neighborhood? You didn't
Yeah.
move too far?
No.
How far north did you go? Hillsborough Avenue?
Well, I live now on Rome Avenue, close to Bears.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
You really went far.
I live on a lake, Lake Magdalene.
Sure, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
That's the back.
Beautiful lake.
My backyard is the lake,
Sure.
Oh, nice.
and it's
How
very
relaxing in the morning.
Very beautiful
Sure.
out there. Yes. Yeah.
Have your café con leche in the morning looking at Lake Magdalene?
No, and sometimes the
Peaceful.
curlews come into my yard.
Do they?
Oh, sure.
You feed them?
Sometimes I used to cut
I know
bread.
you're a
and-
bird. I know you like your birds.
Yes.
Tell everybody what you used. You had parrots
Oh, one that
when
was
you
in
were-
the-
I had cockatiels,
Cockatiels?
and I had now I have a parakeet.
Isn't
Yeah,
that wonderful?
picture.
There it
There it
is. Right on cue.
Oh, those are the cockatiels.
Yes.
Happy birds.
They're good pets.
Yes, they are. That's great. Look at that. Huh?
That's
an
amazing. That's
ace of
great.
it.
That's great.
So, Helen, before we get out of here, is there something that you want to share with us tonight? Is there something that you want to tell your
Favorite
fans?
memory of the store?
Yes,
or-
thank you, darling, because
or
that's what we want to. We
favorite
want to dig
customer?
deep now. We want to share with our fans and your customers something.
Well, I don't know what to say except that I'm going to miss my
I
customers.
bet you are.
Yes, we had a lot of customers.
And they were like familia after so long, huh?
Well, the ones that kept coming all the time, yes.
Generational, like I
Oh,
said,
sure.
you know your friends and then their children, their
Like
daughters.
right
and
now,
then-
they're coming in and they said, I bought my dress here when I was a young girl. Now, and I bought my daughter's wedding dress here, and I bought the mother's dress here. So they kept telling me things like that.
That's wonderful.
that
Very
is great.
rewarding.
It was a
Great
very
connections.
popular popular shop.
Yes,
I remember
it was.
that with,
Of course.
with women. Yeah,
It was very
one
elegant.
One of the
and-
best
well, I mean,
shops.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where you went to
Yeah.
get your dress. You know, there wasn't too many too many questions.
Besides, I have the most beautiful building on the in the
You do.
on
Spectacular.
Armenia.
Spectacular that Sally and I couldn't find yesterday. I just want you to know that. As beautiful as it is, painted blue like it is.
Right. We found it
And
there.
when we found it, it was like, I can't
I
believe.
know, it was funny.
You know?
Went past
Yeah.
It was just amazing. Well, Helen, you know you've had such a fulfilling career. Sally asked you earlier if there was any, were there any movie stars or anybody famous that came into your shop? We do have the one picture that we want to show. Stevie, call it up. It's
That's
the
number
picture.
17, Becky, if you
This
will.
is, you know,
It's a great photo.
Yeah, we have to show this picture. Come on, talk to us about this guy.
Oh, well, the first time I saw him was at the Fort Homer Hesterly.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony Garcia was an agent for movie stars.
Mm-hmm.
He used to bring them. And so he was sitting on the stage, and Tony got me to go on the stage. So I got next to him, and I said, Ricardo. And he said, he turned around, he said, how can anybody pronounce my name so well? Because he's Spanish.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I met, what's his name? He used to play in Dallas. That
J.R. Ewing.
Not Ewing. The
Larry Hagman.
no,
Not from I Dream of Jeannie either? Not that one?
no, the
Duffy?
Younger one.
the oh, what was his name?
The older gentleman.
John Forsythe.
Oh, John Forsythe.
John
That was,
Forsythe.
Oh.
He
that
was
was Falcon
very
Crest?
debonair.
I
or
met.
was that the other?
Oh,
Was
and
that Dallas?
I went to Washington D.C.
John Forsythe, very handsome.
and I saw on the stage, it was Bob Hope's birthday party
Oh, nice.
at the Kennedy Theater.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I saw George Burns, Bob Hope. I
What a
saw,
show.
and Tom Selleck.
Oh,
Tom Selleck.
Tom
Huh?
What
Selleck.
a
Pretty handsome.
Okay.
and
You see the twinkle in her
I
eye?
did.
yeah,
I did.
beautiful
So did
man.
anybody
He is a
stop
beautiful
you
man.
that night, because we got about 5 minutes to go, did anybody stop you that night and say, excuse me, senora, but who are you wearing? And you say, why, I'm wearing Helen Cabrera.
No, the theater was so big, but sitting up above us was Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan.
So this
my
was in the
goodness.
80s then?
Yeah.
This was in the
That's
80s.
amazing.
Yes.
Wow, what a great
life you've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yes. We had a nice life.
Yeah.
We don't want to get out of here without thanking you personally for coming out and making the trip. And we know you put in a long day today at the office, and you came straight over here. Trish picked you up and brought you fought the traffic to be up here with us. We want to bring you back again.
All
Now, the
right.
next time you come back, it'll be after you've already entered into your retirement, so you'll be tranquilo at home, and you can come from your house and be much more rested and have much more fun. And we'll bring some of your family members in, and we'll make it a real family affair. I think
Okay.
it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, my family doesn't fit in here.
Oh, we
No,
saw
no,
that.
it'll be a small sampling. It'll be a sampling. The best behaved part of the family. We'll bring.
Do we have time to show that picture real quick? 26?
Let's show it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Becky, let's do that. 26.
26, and when we come back, we'll have our bolita drawing. Look at that
Look at that
picture.
That's a giant family.
Wow.
That's all family.
That
at
is a
that.
big
That's-
family.
And they're all...
Yeah,
We
that's
found out
Tampa.
yesterday that Lucille was an only child,
right.
Yeah.
but she did her part, didn't she?
Yeah, she had 6 daughters and 2 sons.
She and the
gosh.
coach.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What a great photo.
They did a great
That's
job. They
amazing.
provided you with some tremendous grandchildren and great grandchildren now
Yep.
as well.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
so are we ready?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Are we ready, darling?
Yeah.
All right. Pick a good one, Miss Helen. Watch Marvin Dingfelder win.
The
34.
number is
So
34, and
33,
the
32,
winner
39.
is...
It's closest to
let's
without going over.
see.
Big Mike Padrina.
You know, in Cuba,
Lynn
34 is,
Dingfelder. You get another dress, Lynn.
Wow.
in Cuba, 34 is monkey.
El Mono.
El mono.
That's right. The
That's too
Charada. We
funny.
have that list
That
on our
is too
website.
funny.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's
and,
great.
and my
That's great.
father's
She had
one that
number
he knows a lot
30.
of those by heart,
Yeah,
de memoria.
Unbelievable.
Mono. She won with Mono, 34. Oh my goodness. So Helen, thank you so much for being here tonight. We want to say that you know you provided, like Lynn said earlier, so many good times and so many wonderful memories for so many people here in our community. I'm so grateful that we had a chance to meet you.
Oh, thank you.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
guys like Steve and myself wouldn't necessarily have the occasion to walk into your shop unless we were being dragged in by our tias or you know, or we had sisters that had to go in there and buy something, a gown.
Right.
But We wish you all the best in
Yes, we
retirement.
do.
And like I said, this isn't necessarily goodbye. This is just until we see you next time.
Right.
Okay.
Because we've got more pictures to show.
More stories
This
to
show
tell.
will be available very soon on our website so your family can see it there as well. And let me remind all of our viewers that last week's show, which was a very, very good show
It was
as
a
well.
good show with Richard.
Richard Gonsmart. And Richard Gonsmart, he was electric last week. He was
He was.
vibrating in this seat.
He was.
He couldn't wait to tell us everything he had to tell us about Goody Goody.
Yeah.
That show is available immediately after this. Flip it over to Verizon 36 or Bright House 949 and you'll get to watch that show from last week. And of course, Helen's show will be up on our website probably by Saturday.
No, I'd say by tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Well, the IT department apparently is inspired to get that up tonight.
That's
It's
right.
pretty good.
Any-
On YouTube.
Helen, did you have fun?
Fun, yes.
Did you have a
Good.
good time?
Very nice
Next
time.
time we'll have some tapas or we'll have some wine or something, okay? What do you
That'd be
think?
great.
Tapas? Yeah, tapas sounds good.
That sounds good, right?
We'll do part two.
Trish, take your abuela for dinner, okay? Because it sounds like she's hungry, all right? Past dinner time. All right,
adorable.
Thank you so much.
we've got about a minute to go. Ellen, let's do a toast together. What do you think? All of us
right.
together for the holidays and for Helen's retirement.
That's true.
Let me just say, ladies and gentlemen, what a privilege it's been tonight to have Miss Cabrera in studio with us. And again,
true.
thanks to her family for bringing her out here. We'll get her back in studio again, we promise.
She's a Tampa treasure.
She's a Tampa treasure for sure. And look for her
Yes.
article by Paul Guzzo this Saturday. Next week's show is going to be a good one. We're going to introduce you to everybody that helps us put this show together, and it'll be our final before the end of the year and our Merry Christmas show.
The ones who really make it look
Good way
good.
to
The
end
ones
the
who
year.
really make
That's
it
for sure.
happen.
Yeah.
It's easy what we do. We just talk. Let me say on behalf of everybody that puts this show together, there's Tampa Steve. Here's the 15-minute girl, Steve Cannella and Sally Nunez. Helen Cabrera. I'm Mario
you.
Nunez.
Thank you.
Salud and
Salud.
happy days. We
Happy
love
days.
you, Tampa.
Yes, we do.
See you next week.
Thank you, Helen.
Bye-bye.
Back when we were younger and everything seemed new, we used to have a lot of fun, yes we did, no matter what we do. Sleepy days, long summer nights, going anywhere we please, with love that I could call my own, love that I've always known, the city that I call my home, a home from which I never roam. This love affair was meant to be. I love her and she loves me. I remember Tampa, oh, she remembers me. She remembers me. I remember, yeah, yes I do. Oh, oh, I remember, yeah, me and you. I'm a Tampa native, Tampa native, can't you see? I will share my story with you to preserve its history.
All right now, don't forget, Thursdays, 7 p.m. on TBCN, home of the Tampa Native Show.